Okay, check this out. This is really cool, and it's a way to abbreviate seventh chords. And it has some pretty major ramifications in terms of harmony and so on. But today we're going to look at it a little bit more in a guitaristic sense, and I'm sure that you'll start to hear what I'm talking about. We're looking at a 1, 4, 5, 1 chord in a blues. So that means that all of those chords are seventh chords. So the thing with chords, generally speaking, is they don't always need all of the notes of the chord to express the harmonic personality or the harmonic characteristic of the chord. All you need in some cases is just 2 notes, and this is one of those cases. Even though this is a 4-note chord, we can express the core sound of this chord with only 2 notes. And those 2 notes are the 7th and the 3rd of the chord. The 5th is sort of a redundant note anyway. We don't really need that note, and believe it or not, we don't necessarily need the root of the chord either. So look what happens, look what I end up with if I remove the root and the 5th of the chord. I end up with these 2 notes right here. Those 2 notes together are called a tritone because they're 3 tones apart. They can either be called a tritone or a diminished 5th. Today we're just going to call them a tritone. Now, I'm going to replace the root and the 5th, remove the root and the 5th, there's my tritone again. Replace, I'm going to change to the 4 chord, to the C7 now. And now I'm going to remove the root and the, well, actually I've got 2 roots in this chord. And as you can see, I've got the same tritone except a semitone down. So watch that again. D7 chord, there's my tritone. C7 chord, there's my tritone. G7 chord, there's my tritone. D7 chord, there's my tritone. So here's the 12-bar blues. Listen to this. Now let's shorten it actually. Maybe make it 8. Now check this out. And you could hear how that chord progression was really captured by just that tritone. So there's a few really important things here. Number one, if you've got a bass player, whatever the bass player is doing, here, all you have to do is that tritone and you've got a very complete thing happening there. You don't necessarily have to hammer away on all of those notes. Another thing that's happening is that you've got these 2 notes in common from a guitaristic fingering perspective, right? So I'm taking just these 2 notes, I'm keeping the tritone in common when I'm making that change, right? And then change back. Tritone always in common, right? Tritone and tritone. So that's just a little introduction to the tritone and how it can express a complete 7th chord just with 2 notes. This is going to become more and more important as we move on to soloing.